And a very good morning to all of you Oriental Skies Artist Unknown. And I hope that you're doing Dr. Fish. Michelle Barbarella says, have some chocolate. If I had some chocolate, I would no doubt probably have it. And good morning to all of you. It is Friday, finally Friday, March 29th, 2019. Quinny, how are you? Nice to see you, honey. A lot to go over today. This morning's Friday coffee time. Hey, who is that? Tis me, Denny. Good morning. Hello, Sean. What have I missed? You missed a lot. You missed a lot. Fun night, except, right? Hugs for Kat, crybabies, doing your own thing, and a big weekend ahead, at least for me. And Missy Jenn, we'll let the room populate a little more. We get into the crybabies and the other things today. I'm pretty aggravated today, and it takes a lot to really. I've been aggravated for about 12 hours, in fact. Oh yeah, real life has gotten in your way. I hear you. I hear you. Real life has gotten in the way. So I hope you. I don't know if you're still in the UK or if you're back in California. I'm going to be April in the gym, really getting toned and getting ready for Las Vegas in May. So poolside in Vegas. I can't wait. Back on Tuesday. Okay, cool. All right. Hope you're having a good visit. Nicole's still talking how much she enjoyed the meeting you, and that's a good thing. It was fun to have her on panel last night. Yeah, have a safe trip. It's a long trip back. That's a long trip. The weather's great. That's good. Well, you haven't missed much in the way of weather. Tomorrow's going to be sunny. The weather's been pretty up and down, pretty crappy. This is as late. I have only had one day to be able to lay out and get some sun, and then the freaking lounge chair split the cloth on it. You know, so piss poorly made. Let me do a weather check here. Rosa, weather, 10 days. Today 62, partly cloudy. Tomorrow 70, partly cloudy. Sunny, partly cloudy, 73. Then Monday, Tuesday, the clouds come in. Rain, rain, rain. Oh, it'll break your heart. Break your heart. So we got a lousy weather week. Metallic, how are you? Only 11 hour. Is it a nonstop flight to San Francisco from London to SF? I remember Hong Kong to London, 15 and a half hours coming and 15 hours coming back. Woo! Man, that was brutal. That's like spending 2 work days in a plane. You don't even know what fucking time it is when you time zones. You don't even care. I would get back to Hong Kong 36 hours later, I mean, not 36, but, 48 hours later. I didn't even feel jet lagged. It's kind of funny. Let's get down to it. It was a really Barbie girl. How are you, my girl? Thank you. Barbie girl with the win. Thank you, sweetie. Going to go back and enjoy watching your I was on when you were on last night. I'm going to enjoy watching your hangout. Thank you, sweetie. The very beautiful Barbie girl. Oh, it's a shame Elvis has stolen her. Oof. What I wouldn't give to spend a night with the Barbie girl. What's going on? It's doing so early, Marshall. Not everybody sleeps till the crack of 3 p.m. or whatever. It's a real fun night last night. I want to thank everybody for being on. The Space Girl was a blast. I'm not real happy about the blue wig, but it is. Well, I had a fun time last night. Had a lot of people on there really enjoying ourselves, and then the people that came on to the later hangout with Mallory and JK NoCal and cutting it up with Monique. And that was a lot of really fun time. Eclectic, on your way to the doctor. Thank you, honey. Hope everything's okay. Hope it's routine for you. Big weekend this weekend, just to give you guys a heads up. Finally, it's the Santa Rosa Boat and RV show. I will be going over. I'll talk about that at the end. My plan to get a lot of content. I'm going to do a lot of RV reviews. I'm going to be looking at a lot of new product. Jen is going to be, I think, doing the boat. What's new in boating? Jeff T. Rowe, hello. Spain to New York. They came on and told us bad news. We forgot your luggage. Good news. Open. What a great flight. Open bar. Yeah, it was a great time. Very fun last night. So I want to thank everybody. So there's going to be a lot of good content I'm going to be dropping during the week. I'm going to be taking the GoPro in. It does a really nice job of capturing. Good morning, Georgie. Morning to you, Georgie, hanging out there this morning. Be a lot of good content on that coming up. So I'm looking forward to that. That's your worst fear, no luggage. I don't know. I never had any fears flying at all. So I flew over 1 million miles. And that's a lot of freaking miles. That is a lot of freaking miles. A lot of miles to do 1 million miles over 5 years, 200,000 miles a year. You do the math. I mean, I was constantly in a plane. Philippines, Taiwan, all over China, all over. Just on every kind of shitty airplane that you could be on. Russian-built shit, just barely clearing the tops of the Himalayas. Looking out your window, that thing's struggling for air, trying to keep those prop engines, those gasoline, those old engines going on there. It did the job. Hello, Copper. Nice to see you. Now, I got to tell you, well, let me talk about the big weekend here since I kind of started on that. We are going to be doing the RV and combo boat show. As I said, I will be dropping content all week, doing some thorough reviews on some of the newer RVs, some of the new gear that's out there too. You've been on the little Russian airline, yeah, bumpy rides. You haven't done anything, Jeff, till when you've flown through a typhoon, then you've really flown through something. They have they call it the bowling alley between Taiwan and mainland China. That airspace there is just some of the rockiest and craziest airspace on planet Earth. And throw a little typhoon in there, and it really becomes an interesting adventure. So I think Jen is going to go with me. She, of course, worked for Tracker Marine, building sport boats. So she's going to be capturing her own video there and probably showing you. I can't speak for her, but she wants to upload some content. I'm going to ask her to capture some stuff for the Murphy channel to upload some content there and to do something. The little Russian airline, yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. Also, tomorrow be another field trip. I think we're going to be looking around a place called Jingletown. What a strange name. Jingletown. Jingletown. What's up, Nicole? Place called Jingletown. It's on the south. It's on the, what would I call that? I don't know what the hell they call it. South side of the west side of the railroad tracks down there in Oakland. It should be pretty, I'm doing great. It should be pretty interesting. Yeah, you should have. We were flying Leningrad to Moscow. Yeah, it's always exciting on Russian built planes. So I'm doing good today. So I will be going down there. We've got Mr. X will be coming up, and I'm going to try to have a coordinated. Hey, Jacqueline, I'm going to try to have a coordinated barbecue, meaning I'm going to try to have a lot of people down here. I'd like to have JK NoCal, the boss, and Janet, as well as Mr. Z. I think that could be a lot of fun. We'll have a steak and shrimp fest. And I think everybody would have a good time coming down to that sort of event. Could be I think it'll be good, Jen. Huh?
Off the chain.
Be off the chain. Yeah, Bobby will be here too. So that's quite a crew to come in and enjoy. It'll be a nice barbecue. We'll have a live stream set up just to enjoy that. Hello, Edith. Good morning to you, Edith McNutt in the house. Yeah, so I think that's going to be an epic good time. Luckily, the weather tomorrow looks astounding. 73 degrees and sunny. So let me check the Oakland forecast. Maybe we'll see handsome Robert down there again. Oakland weather. Mostly sunny, and it's going to be 65, which is great. It's always a little cooler down on the water down there, but that should be a good time. Hello, Travels from Duda. Nice to see you. We see you. Good morning to you. Welcome aboard. Coffee time on a Friday. Very busy night. I think most people are still in bed. Hey, Andrea, Semper Fi, honey. It was very late night last night. Mallory's doing late or early. I don't know what time for Nicole. They're more in Nicole's time zone there, but they're a lot of fun, and I encourage you to sub up to her channel. Mallory's also to Nicole. You see my moderator on the side chat here. So it's a wonderful gal. She's kind of crazy. She's out there, but she's nice. You got your light on? Yeah, you do. You got your light on. Now let's get to the main things today. Last night was a fun night, and I really did enjoy myself, except find a chicken that looked like a vajayjay. Yes, it did. Last night was fun, except when I'm doing my Space Girl, which I love to do and people enjoy. It's crazy. It's off the chain. It's campy. It's a lot of fun. And over the course of time, a lot of people just enjoy laughing along and having a good time. Spoofing the 1950s sci-fi movies. And I'm having a great time until such time as people come over and tell me, Rosie, you're being dragged again. Being dragged again. Now, as you guys know, in multiple places over the last 2 weeks, I've been dragged to and from. Multiple chains put around me, tied to the bumper, and dragged all over the dirt roads of YouTube. For what? I have no idea. I have no idea. One case, I could, in multiple cases, you could say, in all cases, you might say jealousy. Jealousy. That somebody looks and says, well, you're getting these kind of numbers, and which are nothing in the scheme of YouTube, by the way. I go on some, how you doing, Booze? I go on some hangouts with Ice Poseidon with 13,000 people on there. That's a big hangout. I go on some hangouts with some noted videographers, and you'll get 15,000 people on a hangout. Can you imagine that? 15,000 people. But here's little old Rosie doing her thing on a Thursday night. And I got a person in the hangout dragging me because I'm sucking down too much airtime on YouTube. Johnny Doe, yeah. I'm just saying, hey, Yasmin. The point I'm trying to make is YouTube is a huge platform. So it's most of the world, excluding China and a couple other places, people that have internet access, and they have a government that sees fit to allow them to connect on the net, on the interwebs. It's a huge platform. While I'm gonna do it on my Space Girl from Planet X, there's people grooming poodles. There's people in the UK making breakfast. There's people in Australia showing, that thing finally blew it. Showing things like Vegemite. There's people doing automotive rebuilding projects, knitting, crafting, whitewater rafting, live streams, people sailing boats all over the place. How you doing, Ghost? How you doing, Cornell? I mean, to me, there's so much stuff that people can potentially watch on YouTube. And I have to conclude, when somebody chooses to rage on me and go off on me, that they're just basically saying, I don't have any content that's worthwhile watching on my own, so I'm just going to be a crybaby. Yeah, it's life. But what makes it particularly, hey, Shauna, what makes it particularly, yeah, there we go. What makes it good morning to you, Shauna. What makes it particularly sucky is that the night before, I donated an additional $25 to this person, bringing the grand total of my contributions to this person to $100. I've known Nicole Green for 6 years. In my whole time of being with her, I've never tipped or given that in total. And she means a hell of a lot more to me than you ever will. And I'm not going to mention your name because you don't want it in the title videos. Well, actually, you want it in so bad you can taste it, but you're not going to get it in. Longer than 6 years, exactly. To say I'm disappointed when that news came over to me would be an understatement. To say I was shocked would be more like the reality of last night. That this person who just stuck the hand in my pocket would turn around and go south on me in a major way. You talk about disappointing. Oh, then I feel different the next day and I take the video down, blah, blah, blah. Well, it's Cornell, there's something to that. I've had it. We get to see what somebody's really made of when they're under the influence of the booze and want to hear all the medical problems, the whole life story. Welcome to YouTube, crybaby. Many of us have medical issues. I get seasonal allergies. I have to start on Flonase in April, or else by May I almost have to be hospitalized. The grass pollens are terrible out here. And besides the base of Flonase every day, I then have to take allergy pills on top of it. But do I come on here? I might say once in a while, oh, my allergies are bad. But I don't make a big deal. I don't talk about arthritis, neuropathy. You know why? Because people don't want to hear that. People got their own issues. People got their own pain issues. People have their own psych issues. Hey, Janie. Yeah, cry me a river. We all got issues. But you know what? In my life and in my upbringing and my raising, the men in my life never complain about a damn thing. There was something about being a man that you just sucked it up. You know, Bobby dealt with medical issues, prostate cancer, all types of things for years. Smashed his head on a refrigerator, basically bled out for 2 years. Never complained. Never came on and talked about anything. Got treatment, resolved his problem, and moved on. Yeah, in future, why not donate? I don't want to mention that name. I'm not going to mention that name on my channel anymore. Okay? This person is hoping against hope that they can build on a negative way by bringing attention, and I'm not going to provide it for them. They're following that same ridiculous road, but that road only has room for one person on it. So he's going to forever be embittered that there's nothing there on that road. Really steamed my biscuits last night. That less than 24 hours later, I'm being dragged in a major way because I'm taking down airtime. There's probably, I don't know how many hundreds of millions of YouTube accounts, channels. There's probably no less than 10,000 live streams going on at any one time on YouTube. My stuff is a fart in a windstorm on YouTube. But you know what? My lesson to you is that people tune in because they want to have fun. They want to laugh. They don't want to hear about my medical issues, my raging springtime hormones, my spontaneous erections, you know, all this, right? Missy Jenn's looking at me. Do we have to go there? I'm just saying there's a lot of, you know, Rosie's a beast, right? Jen's like, yes, you're a beast. So, you know, I throw a little laugh in there. But I'm just saying there's a lot of things that people could complain about on here that they don't complain about. So tell the life story once and be done with it. Make your own content. Obviously, you're not having fun. Now, there's some other individuals that are out of their trees that are having fun doing the dragging that they're doing, but that speaks more about their mental health than mine. Hey, Milky Way. Yeah, how you doing, Tom Finley? How you doing, Loving Life? I'm just joking, by the way. Mornings are delightful. But it's no fun having yourself dragged and then you're thinking in your mind, I cannot believe if there was any way I could claw back that donation that I made, I would do it. Because this person is not deserving of my support. Friends don't do that to friends. There's no excuse about alcohol. Get yourself treated. I don't often say it, but I'm going to use a line from the great Ric Flair. I am so much better than you. Yeah, not willing to put in the time or effort required to be potentially successful and looking to ride everybody's coattails, but wants to grab the money, the money, the money. Not knowing that have fun first, create content, and then people will reach out and say, you know, I really enjoyed this stream. I really enjoyed that video that you did. I know you spent some money to travel. I know you got to eat on the road. You got to buy some food. Hey, here's $5. Get yourself a coffee. But when you go nowhere and just whine, it's not a good look. Because every day you go live, it's all about the money, the money, the money, the money. Well, maybe I'm in a position it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be a business. For me, it's a business of entertainment. For me, it's a business of thinking about the next fun thing that I can do, the next project, the next place I can share. Well, I don't care about the panel, Cornell. The panel is fine. The panel's fine, and most people don't hate me. I don't care if he's on panel, but my money stays in my pocket. That's my thing. It really does. Ofta says it really does hurt a genuine heart. It's like, I didn't think things like this could happen over the internet. I actually didn't believe that. I thought somebody was trolling me last night, Ofta. I really thought that somebody was trolling me last night by introducing that bit of information. And I had to take a second and just check my phone, and I saw it was real. And my heart was broken. I thought, how could somebody have come on? That's not the real Bergs. Just to delete that person. How could somebody have come on, taken that money, and then with that kind of face turn around the next day? This is a person that really has to take a long, hard look at themselves. All I can say, my friend, is you got a lot of balls. You got a lot of balls. You did the same thing to Norm. It's amazing that Uff has escaped. And you better not say anything negative about her, or I'll put it in gear. Sean. Hey, Trish, I hope you're feeling better, honey. Yeah, I'm okay. Well, a lot of people have been fucking with me over the last 3 weeks, Barbie, and I guess last night was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back. One person I haven't had any connection with for years. The other person, to my grave, I will regret ever having a connection with. Because unfortunately, for some of these content creators, it's all about the views and the subs, and it's not about the having fun, and it's not about making the content. It's about dragging success. How you doing, Wog? Nice to see you. Hey, Kevin Chambers. Yeah, that's it. That's it, Trish. Hey, Pecan Baby. Yeah, no regrets, only lessons. I've learned my lessons. I've learned my lessons, and you've seen the distinct lack of positive attention that accrues to some of these people's way now. I don't join in the dragging. It's not my style. But I'm just saying sometimes the mental health issues are rampant here. And I just have thought to myself the other day, thank God for some form of medication, or this place could really be a living hell down here. Nice to see you, Kevin. Enjoy making content. It's fun. Keep doing it. Don't get involved. Don't get engaged in the negative. Don't give these people any publicity at all. That's what they crave. They want that back and forth, that volley back and forth across the net. And the thing that gets them the most is when they don't get it. Because I got bigger fish to fry like most of you do on YouTube. Yeah, that's it. Jeff says it's fun to watch subs go up and subs go down. Just look at it as human nature experiment. Thank you, Jackie. Georgie is sitting there over there watching Jen eat. He's already got his food there. So, yeah, it's almost moonshine in season. That's right. So, for all the people that continuously write me because they care about me, Rosie, you got to get in there, get your gloves on and mix it up. Call some of these people out. I cannot do that. I will not do that. Because if I draw attention to that, then they get the reinforcement that being negative somehow is something positive here on YouTube, and it's not. It's one thing for one guy to adopt a shtick of WWE, but it's disheartening to see another guy go down that road, build on that same model, be a whiner and complainer instead of a content creator, and expect to have good results. You might get the views, but it's going to be really counterproductive for getting what? The money. Can I get a 69 on the side chat? Hey, side chat slot, if you agree with me, you might get the views, but you ain't going to get the money. Because you're not caring enough to put content out there that people can enjoy. 69. Thank you, Jen. 69. There it is. You're not going to get it. Thank you. 69 doubled up for Barbie. You're just not going to get it. Yeah, sick of hearing money tip. Get a damn job. And if you want to make YouTube a job, make a job of it. Don't say YouTube's a job. Go out and do it. Go out and produce content. Yeah, I think it does, It's terrible for the soul. It's like Uff said, I think that makes it hurt deeper, Rosie. You hurt yourself by retaliating. Exactly. It does no good for the soul. You wake up in a day and your first thought is, oh, I got to turn on and see if anything was said about me today. Well, it was in 3 locations. Okay, I just got to suck it up. Because it will fade away. But if I get in there and start batting that ball back and forth, it'll go day after day after day. The people will show up. But the thing is, if YouTube is a business, when it's all said and done and one side surrenders or the white flag of truce goes up, nobody's going to go back and watch. It has no value to YouTube whatsoever. Zero value. Thank you, Queenie. How you doing, Francis? Nice to see you. 777 is your favorite number. I'm not really hurt, Barbie. I mean, I've been down here too many years, but I appreciate that, sweetie. I've been down here too many years. I have the thickest skin, rhinoceros skin on here. Nothing really bothers me. Last night, though, bothered me. It's supposed to be a friend of mine. And in less than 24 hours, 12 hours after getting a thank you, I got kicked in the head hard. If you do good content, people will watch you. Yeah, you just get jaded in this crap, Barbie. You know, you've been around the drama community, all of that. Hey, Mallory, cry babies. The shortcut to success. I want the money, but I don't want to do the work. I can't do the work because I don't have the equipment. I pulled out a General Electric A1250 camera, a piece of junk from 2010, and that's how I started my YouTubing. And I was real happy the first week when I had like 70 subscribers and maybe 150 views. I didn't care. I didn't set about saying, "Oh, I gotta do this and do that." I did some crazy shit. I did a topless video, resulted in a strike. Who knew about YouTube at that time? I learned, I comply, I read the terms and conditions. But I set out to show my friends, to show living the life. Yeah, the toll has been heavy. But it's content that stands on its own and it's timeless. Moonshining, metal detecting. There's something positive there. Hey, how you doing, crybaby? Yeah, started with my phone, got the $500 worth of gear. Yeah, that's right, Tasha. You actually got something to show and something to share, you and Sammy. So it makes it fun. It makes it positive when you go over there. It makes it fun. I don't agree with some of your stuff. It's, in my mind, it's kind of whack, but it doesn't make you less of a person. It makes you a fun person to be around. That difference of opinions, that difference of beliefs, it makes it kind of fun. Somebody of above average intelligence to relate to. Good stuff. You make a splash and you make good content. And it's a lot of fun. I'm going to go grab a coffee. Yeah, any kind of camera to start, you work your way up. Everyone needs to start somewhere. You can find yourself a million excuses. All I have is trees here. I can't show anything. Why don't you try doing a cinematic video of spring? Set yourself a home or pretend that you're in film class and your professor tells you, pick one tree and make a 3-minute film about it. Make a 3-minute video about it. Gwen, if your grade depended on it, you'd be out there tree hugging and doing everything else under the sun to force yourself to be creative. Yeah, I did. I kicked it up this morning, Wog. Thank you, Tom. I'm still, Francis says that I guess I should get the beer update. This is day 24 for me of no alcohol. I've had the O'Doul's, which is not even perceptible amount of alcohol in there. 16 days to go. I'm proud of myself for doing that. I'm going to go grab a cup of coffee. I'll be right back. Yeah, go hug a tree.
Yeah.
Back. All right. Have that coffee. So let me just wrap up this part by just my thought, and this is just my own opinion. My own opinion on this is, if you choose to go down the road, the easy, low-hanging fruit of drama, and this is just my opinion. How you doing, hippie? If you choose to go down that road, remember what brought people to your channel is what must keep people on your channel. If you're serving up drama, then you've got to serve it up all the time, or what happens? The people fly off because if you're of no use or no entertainment value to them anymore. Zero. Couple that with the additional fact that your drama has a sell-by date and it's useless on YouTube. And YouTube buries that. And that crap never sees the light of day again. Result, your channel doesn't grow. Your view counts suck. You gotta have, how would I put this? You gotta have your own stamp. You gotta have your own presence on YouTube. I look at Tasha's in the side chat today. Tasha has her own angle. Tasha discovered early on she ain't cut out to be a camera operator for somebody. She's not one to be directed by other people. Do this, do that, at the sake of her own enjoyment of something as simple as an RV show. It's like, fuck this. It's like, you're not the show, I'm the show. And now we find out, you know, that her angle is she has strong opinions, beliefs, and she backs it up with videos and content. Therefore, how do we know Tasha now? We know her as a content creator. We know her as a bit off the wall. But we also know her as somebody that has very deep life experiences. Okay, take care, Nicole. Go make some dinner. That's her stamp. And to the crybabies, what's your stamp? Whining, complaining, dragging. You know, why can't I wear a bikini and I get dumped on? Why Rosie wear? Maybe I'm a nice person. But probably that thought never crossed your mind because you can't bullshit people for years and years and years on YouTube. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Yeah, probably so, Cornell. Yeah, people want to see originality and authenticity. Thank you, hippie. It's like I look at WOG out here, Fugazi Saints. Ain't nobody going to tell Whiskey OG what content to put up, what places to go and hang out. But you can tell Whiskey has a passion for singing. He has a passion for writing. He has a passion for delivering quality, polished content when he puts it up on YouTube. He's building a whole showcase of his talents, his ability to be a song stylist and a writer. And probably someday somebody's going to discover that. And they're going to pluck his ass out of NorCal and do something great with him. And you know what's more? I think he's having a good time. And I've never heard him complain once about views. Passion leads all. Now let's get on to Kat. Watching some of Kat's hangout list. It's very difficult in life. Sometimes life has very sharp turns, hairpin turns, almost 270, 290, 300-degree turns. You find yourself in life thinking one way and having one idea in your heart. And then suddenly, bam, somebody does something for you and it turns it around in your mind. In other words, when you're down and you're feeling your lowest, somebody steps up and does something that you never saw coming, gives you a donation in time of need, and the need is great right now. This is somebody that has had a difficult go of it. Somebody that I care about. We've come a great distance. And yesterday somebody steps up with an act of kindness and it changes the whole thing around. But when faced with life of struggle, life of depending on friends to pull you through, life of not having lost what you thought was your life anchor, the person that you thought that you would go through the rest of your life with, and you sit back and you look at the photographs and the trips, and you and together with the person, and you think of the good times that you had with the person. You think of the good times that you had. And then you come to realize slowly, you're not going to get the toothpaste back in the tube. You're going to have to build your own life. And it's a scary thought. We're talking about Kat Cassidy. And the incredible donation that Dave and Becca made yesterday to totally turn things around. You have a life the glamorous Kat, the glamorous life. It's been painful to be on the inside, particularly over the last 10 months with Kat on the inside. And I do consider myself inside because she does share things with me that I will never share. But I've invested in her life emotionally, legally, a little bit financially when I can. But it's a really hard life now. And there's a lot of tough road ahead for her. Job, support, where am I going to live, transportation, a new city. legal responsibilities of having a residence in Florida. It's a lot of scary stuff, especially when you're 50 years old. It can be brutal. So she's had her moments. She's dished out her bullshit. There's no doubt. She recognizes that. We all do. But when Dave and Becca made that donation yesterday, she found herself in an awkward situation of having to say thank you to someone that's been on the other side of the fence for a while. And she's struggling with that. But then there'll be certain people that will kick when you're down, or where you're in that moment and thinking, how am I gonna treat this act of kindness? But the reality is you need those acts of kindness because you're struggling right now. You're working hard to reorder your life. Your first priority is self-preservation and taking care of yourself. Anybody that would begrudge that, anybody would call a turncoat, they're not walking a mile in your shoes. They're not going through the horrors to sit there day after day and look at pictures and share your life and know that this is not going to be again. It would have taken a really incredible person to say no, and I don't mean incredible in the best way, to say no to that. How you doing, Carla? Thank you, Quinny. It's all survivable for her. She will emerge as a stronger person. Kat will come out as a strong person that's able to be independent, will love herself and her situation again, and then be able to share that love with somebody else on a much stronger footing than she was on before, in my opinion. So I applaud Dave and Becca for that act of kindness. I don't think anything negative about that. She's clearly asked for support and help, and people have helped her along the way. My best hope for Kat and my expectation of Kat, when she gets through this trial by fire, which I think we all have to go through at least one in life, she will emerge, as I said, as a very strong woman who will not need to rely on the accoutrement, the brandishments of material life to demonstrate her worth and her value to those around her. She will discover her mouthpiece and discover her inner strength, I believe. And love will come her way once again, romantic love. Because she won't be driven or thoughts of how do I showcase myself in life. You'll be able to showcase yourself as a very accomplished woman who stands on her own 2 feet, did it your way. And I think that's a great thing. Yeah, that's right, Sean. Kat will be fine. She will come back bigger, better, and better than ever. And as a stronger person. Yeah, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger in life. It's not easy to go through divorce, particularly when there's bitterness, when there's somebody that wants to have a sense of retribution, like it's payback time. They want to make your life agonizing. They want to drag you through legal hell. And you're like, you're not equipped to deal with this. And lawyers expect you to answer interrogatories and to provide information and provide data. And you just become so overwhelmed that you almost reach a point where you just say, just fuck me, court. Whatever happens, happens. Well, we couldn't let that happen to Kat. There's been some pretty vile threats of stuff. Life and limb surrounding that whole situation. It's been a really ugly 8-10 months. So if you can give her an emotional, hey, how you doing? A hug. Maybe send her a message once in a while. Maybe give her $1, $2, $3, $5. She will get her life on track. She will not disappoint. I feel 100% confident that, yeah, all divorces are emotionally difficult. They really are. How you doing, Allie Pally? If you have a relationship and you are married and you're still happily married, go give your husband and wife a big hug today and tell them how much they mean to you, he or she means to you. Tell them if we were to do it all again today, the I do's, I would. Little things like that that really put some backbone and a little fuel injection into a marriage. How you doing, Ted Mack? Okay, which brings me to doing your own thing, and this had to do with Tasha, and I talked about this before. And I just want to re-emphasize this to the people that insist on dragging people on YouTube. You never get anywhere by using other people as your tools for views and subs. Because as I said before, you're not doing your own original content. You're not being yourself. You're being a reflector of somebody else on YouTube. And you're putting a drama spin on it. As I said, you look at Tasha, comes in, has opinions. It makes her a watchable person. She'll have her fun. She'll have her sport on the Boyd. She'll get a few drinks in her. A little, but she'll make it fun. Makes it very watchable. She doesn't need to depend on anybody else for content. And that's what I like. Doing your own thing on YouTube. Yeah, there you go. You can buy her some tacos and perfumes. Log. Tasha Teeling, she's in here on the side chat. She still travels with Tasha, was her original channel. Yes, one hell of a gal. I look forward to hanging out with her when I get down to Florida. Thank you, Edith. Says my husband and I both fancy you. How sweet. I predict good things for Tasha because she's smart enough not to get sucked into bullshit on YouTube. She also speaks her mind as an individual. Lays out much like Mallory does. They're just kind of a different cut. But you can tell they're both pretty damn happy right now, doing what they're doing. Big weekend. Missy Jenn and I this afternoon, we're going to be heading over. I do have the people have asked me, what's the drive to Oakland like? I will be down in that area again. It's very watchable stuff. It's incredibly fascinating. I will not be in the highest risk zone, or so I think. But it's going to be another fascinating day tomorrow. But people have asked me, what's the ride like when you're going into Oakland? What does it look like as you approach Oakland? I'm going to be putting that video live in an hour or so. The road view as you cross over the Richmond-San Rafael Bridge from Marin County over to Solano County and then into Alameda County and into Oakland. I think you'll enjoy that through all the MacArthur Maze, the crazy road system down there, past Berkeley, and into Oakland. Yeah, all it does here is rain. I'm going to be dropping that video this afternoon. Missy Jenn and I are going to be going to the Santa Rosa RV and Boat Show. As I said at the beginning, Missy Jenn, how you doing, Rebecca? Excuse me. Missy Jenn will be covering off boats, I believe, because she built boats for Tracker Marine in the manufacturing plant. She knows quality in boats because she built the boats. I'm going to be covering off RVs, doing a lot of reviews. Yeah, boy was shot in Oakland. It's everyday occurrence. But it's damn fun. Well, I'm not sure. She has a PayPal, I believe. So Mayha, she has a PayPal. So that'll be good content today. We have a Friday night foodies. We may not do that. We may skip that tonight. Having spent a lot of time at the RV and boat show, I don't know if we're going to be doing that. Plus, it's Good Friday. My choices are very limited. Not Good Friday, but it's Friday. I don't eat meat on Friday. So my choices are a little limited out there. Yeah, and I'm going to be baking tonight. I don't know what I'm going to be baking. I'm going to force myself to use the ingredients that I have here. And I'm feeling something chocolate. And then later tonight, I'll have an open panel hangout. And then usually Mallory has an overnight. As is my custom, after baking for a couple hours, then I come on, change clothes, and we have an open panel. And it gets a little raucous, and it's a lot of fun. Yeah, it's going to be a fun weekend. So with that, I'm going to go ahead. Thank you for being on a coffee time. Jeff T. Rowe, very nice to see you. Please give Tiffy, everybody, Trent, the whole crew, Ray, everybody, your lovely wife, a big hug. I think about you guys constantly. There's so much love in your heart, Jeff, for your family. We got your back. We got your back. Those of us who have lost people so close to us to cancer. And I remember holding my mother's hand in April of 2000 as she passed away from ovarian cancer. It's a terrible, terrible thing. It leaves a deep impression on you. You're a beautiful person, Jeff. You got a wonderful family. With that, I want to thank everybody. Well, Sean, I'm holding you to your promise. At least, like I said, my money stays in my pocket on that one. It would have to be a hell of a thing for me to ever change back to that again. Yeah, there you go. If you don't pay your taxes, I'll remove your wrench. There you go, Cassidy. Exactly. It's you're dear to somebody that dies and passes away. It's a traumatic event. Now, I'm not saying that for Jeff. I have a lot of hope for the family. But I'm just saying those of us who have been deeply touched, and my dad buried 2 wives with cancer, not 1, but 2. It's brutal. It's terrible. So I want to thank you guys. I will see you the afternoon content. It will be, I'll be videoing it because I want high quality with the GoPro as I go to I'm not going to be live streaming that. As you guys know, I go into some of these metal buildings and I lose the signal. I'm going to do a good job on this. There's a lot of RVs that I really care to see and share with you guys out there. So I will see you tonight with the baking. I'm feeling something chocolate. We shall see. So thank you very much. And give somebody a big smile today. Mwah.